Good afternoon. I'm coming to you again. Excuse my scarf. Like I said, it was raining in Philly earlier. But I'm coming to you again to talk to you about my writing. And I know a lot of people. I know when I told my dad that I was writing, he was all excited and he was just excited. He was like, "Oh my God, what are you writing?" And then when I told him I'm writing now, I don't think you could take it to church and like really show it off. No, I don't write erotic books, but I do write horror. I think my horror is a little bit different than a lot of horror. It's not like Jason or like Freddy Krueger or something like that. It's more on a fantasy. I think about how the world should be or would be, and that's what I basically write about. I just change the characters into as the world is. It's bad people in the world and it's good people. I don't say. No, let me take that back. I don't believe it's bad people in the world. And I don't believe like. Somebody could tell you, I don't want to get off topic, but people can tell you, like you can hit the lottery or your job gives you a bonus and everybody's like, oh, they're happy, they're congratulating you, but you take that bonus money and you buy a new vehicle and you have a tremendous accident or something. So really, was the job good? I think natural things are good. Things that occur to you. Small things are good. But a lot of times people think is their blessing might not be their blessing. It might be a big hindrance to you. Things that I think people pray for and what they receive a lot of times is really, how can I say it? That blessing could turn into something else. I know plenty of women would pray for, I just need a man, or they pray for a certain man, or and they have it all picked out what kind of man they want and what they want this man to bring to the table. And but you have to realize that things change in your life. You change, and when you change, that person may still be the same. So it's just like your taste buds. What you like now, you may not like later. That person may be like, ugh, to you. But anyway, and anyhow, that's what I write more on that level. Basically, my book, the last one was like it's a series of 3 books. It's based on demons and angels. And basically the plot is that the angels are only here because they're told to be here to help us. But bottom line, they really don't want to help us. They feel as though we're spoiled, we're ungrateful, destroyers of the land, and why should we fight to save them? They cannot see the picture that the heavens have ordered them to do. So, and I had people say, "Oh well, that's the Bible. You should not, dictate that, and you're crossing boundaries." I don't believe so. I know a lot of writers who have written a long time ago, before I was even born, where they base basic things on their storyline on something really horrific what happened in the world. Slavery, like the Holocaust, a whole lot of other stuff, and they changed the characters. They changed the characters either into animals or trolls or some kind of demons, and and that's what they probably look like. When people are hurting other people, That's not really too much human. That's something else. So, they wrote them in vivid in their minds, like what would this person's soul probably look like if they're doing some things like this. So that's where a writer comes in, and they're like, they change different things. And I just see so many people, I just see how the world is. Like different things with people putting in food just to make a profit, or they serving people just because they will buy it, or how a lot of people really are financially well off, they eat so much better and healthier than the people was actually poor. Like for instance, when you go down in where I live at, in I would say less than 10 blocks, they have 2 Save-A-Lots. No supermarket. I don't call Save-A-Lot a supermarket. It's like the supermarket dumping station or something. And a lot of people love Save-A-Lot. And it's not that I think I'm too good for Save-A-Lot. Yes, I am too good for Save-A-Lot, to be honest. A lot of the foods what I see in there is not the freshest. It's not the produce are not clean or kept safely to be sold. It's like bottom gutter food where they can actually get away with selling. But other neighborhoods have Giants, Whole Foods, Acme's, ShopRites, even Pathmark, Shopping Bag, Fresh Grocer. But we have, they have just given us just the bottom of the gutter. I'd rather go out my way to shop and buy something what I know is healthy for me. I went into the Whole Food store where you get organic food. And it's supposed to not have the pesticides and everything else we're consuming on a daily basis. And it's so much higher. Like you may get at Save-A-Lot maybe 3 cucumbers for $1 or something. There you may get 1 cucumber for $1 or something. So basically you have to pay to be healthy. You have to have the money to be healthy. Otherwise you're just eating what you eating. I see people putting so much chemicals in their body, including me. I mean, I used to not really think about you just eat, you just drink or consume, and you're not really thinking about really what's going on in your body. So, but to make a long story short, what I was saying was basically this is making people very, very rich, but they're knowing they're hurting others. If I know I can sell a product fresher but I'm gonna sell it at a great value, yeah, you should. Yeah, maybe you do have, because it's really smaller companies. You do probably have to pay more, but to eat something, if something was going in your body, it should be healthy for you. I mean, if you're just eating ice cream and it's sugar, milk, and vanilla and stuff like that, yeah. But when you putting all the rest of the stuff in there, and it's like, crazy. I seen a girl on YouTube. She did a thing on Kentucky Fried Chicken, which I don't eat at Kentucky Fried Chicken, but she had honey sauce. She said, and it was it wasn't hilarious. It was hilarious the way she said it, but when you really thought about it, it was the God honest truth. Like, when it got down to it, I think it was like 2% honey and 90% something else. And you're like, what am I putting in my body? But they sell it to you. And and it's making a lot of people very, very rich. But how can you go to sleep at night and you're not eating it? It's not good for you. So it's this, I don't know. So anyway, so that's what I write about. Things that goes on in the world, the spray, the pesticides, the things they do, the things they, how people, can be very, very hateful to other people. And I write about it, and I change different people. So, and I make them maybe the ugliest person that I can imagine. But the things that some people are doing is very, very ugly. I look at people when I go to the doctors, since I'm on a kidney transplant list, and I see people crying and, and going through everything they possibly can go through just to get to see a doctor because they have no insurance. They may have a house and they may have $2,000 in the bank. And they can't get on welfare because of that. But do you know how much a doctor would eat up? I see specialists. So I see a heart specialist. I see a kidney specialist. Can you imagine what they would have to pay to see these specialists? Even though, I know people work for the city and don't have good insurance. I know people who work for SEPTA and somewhat don't have good insurance. And in that insurance, even if you think, okay, while I'm working, I have good insurance. And I done seen people work all their lives, and then when it comes down to it, you don't have good insurance when you're very sick. When you're very sick, then your insurance drops down because it's a constant, you're taking from it constantly. Big things they really don't want to pay for. Yeah. So it's just things like that. And that's where I turn that into joy. And I could turn it into just seeing how bad, things are. My mom always said, you see a spade as a spade. Sometimes we try to paint a better picture because really when we really look at life, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. And I thank God that I can afford to have good insurance. Well, I don't really have good insurance, but I have insurance. I really don't have to worry about, is this doctor going to see me today? Because that would be traumatic to sit and say, I know a lot of people say, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick, but I'm looking at them and they don't look the healthiest either, but they don't know because they have no insurance to even go. Most jobs is working under $15 an hour. You're not even offered insurance. So I don't know. I don't know how that is, and but I do turn that into my writing. That's where my writing stems from. It stems from me meditating. It stems from me seeing things the way things are, seeing how I feel today, and that's what I write about. But it's not really it's about how I feel today. If I'm feeling very, very sad or something, maybe something probably sad will happen in the book. Or the opposite. Something I might want to write something good because I feel sad. So I just really want you to know when my books are coming out. I do not know. I have written a total of 3 books, series, and I wrote 1 novel. So I'm really thinking, what I'm going to do. I'm going to self-publish or what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. But, and I've been rambling on too long. But that's what I've been doing. Also, if you know or if you are a author a writer that actually writes horror, and she's a female, let me know. Please subscribe to my channel. I would like to know other, because I know writers, but they're erotic or they're ghetto writers, or not to say if that's your twist, that's your twist. I have nothing to say against them, but I would like to meet some people who write horror, especially some females. Crazy it is. I was trying to I was just Googling and I said, well, look, I'm going to find another writer was, birthday September 21st. And lo and behold, me and Stephen King shares the same birthday. Wow. That was crazy. So if I'm really, really nutty, and then he's like secluded and stuff. So is that just like something what happens when you write, or is that about zodiac sign? I don't know. But anyway, we share the same birthday. And he started writing, he started writing. He has written so many books that he writes under so many alias names. I mean, that's how much of a writer. And he started writing. He had developed a little bit of high blood pressure, and that's what I started writing for. So I don't know, how true that is, but it worked. It worked. But I enjoy writing. And I enjoy crocheting, and I enjoy artwork. And I got to show you some of my drawings. And basically, when I was going through a breakthrough of who I am, that was the who I am year. And I was just questioning myself and a lot of crying, crying, trying to find out who I am. I knew I was a mother. I knew I was wifey. I knew I was a neighbor. I was an aunt. I was a sister. I was a daughter. I did know all them things, but I didn't know exactly who I was. And that's what started me on a journey of searching. And I started drawing, and I started writing, and and then I started writing to myself and journaling as I did when I was little. My mom always had us journal, but and I didn't like a lot of stuff that came. I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm a little touched." And that's what brought on the tears, and because every day is not sunshine for me. Some days I can be very, very anal, and I know it. And I don't want to say the B word, but some days I'm definitely up in the air with that. But I know it now, and I check myself. Like, girl, you tripping. I have to check myself and I have to know that everybody is not, what I'm going through is not their problem. Even my children, even my man, it's not their problem. Yes, they are concerned. Yes. Because I used to get mad when people used to even say good morning to me at times. When I first got sick, it was just like, what you saying good morning to me for? Like, what's so good about it? I woke up sick this morning, But now I look at it, I woke up. I'm here. I may need some parts, but let me tell you, until they get here, I'm going to be fine. But anyway, I didn't ramble on enough. I'm going to go on and start on some projects here so I can show y'all tomorrow. And I hope y'all continue to have a blessed Monday. Oh my gosh, and anybody in the hurricane or what's coming, please stay safe. Philly doesn't, we get touched by storms, but we get touched by lots of snow maybe, but not like, Florida and down there, they get hit. And then, I'm just so much praying for y'all today and this week. I don't know if it's supposed to hit landfall Tuesday or Wednesday, but y'all just stay safe, okay? All right, bye.